excited to be here as well. And you know, I was training yesterday in our certification program about the difference between problem solving and stop, challenge, choose. And then when Dr. Anderson said it was part of this, I've really been thinking a lot about the difference between problem solving and creating what you want based on something that's really important to you, which is stop, challenge, choose. And you know what? They're really like complete different operating systems. We're with a computer. And you don't make the transition overnight. I have to admit to you, when I first found Take Shape for Life, I used it as the solution to the problem of my weight. I was 48 pounds overweight. I lost weight, but then I used it to treat the problems of my patients' weight. And I was treating a lot of problems in my practice. I got people's structures balanced. I was treating imbalances in their nutrition and giving supplements to treat imbalances with that and gut health and so forth. But I really was not transforming anything. In fact, I even came to my first national convention to solve the problem of this business coach I had who kept nagging me to go to convention. Nobody here is here to solve that problem, I bet, right? And then I became a business coach to solve the problem of my children's college fund taking a dive with the recession. So, in short, I was a slow learner in terms of making these changes and this shift into stopping and really challenging what I was doing. But there was a big one. One day, I was sitting on the couch and I heard this voice in my head. And it said, darn, I have to go into the office today. Now, I could have just said, yep, there I had got to go in and gone on in. But this one time, I stopped. I heard that voice and I challenged it. And I said, is that true? First of all, darn. Do I need to go in? Do I have? Is it true that I have to go in? Most of the times, what we think we have to do is not true. And what I found when I answered that question, do I have to go in? Do I want to keep going in and solving problems for people? Or do I want to completely shift my focus and help people create health? Well, the answer was scary, but the answer was, yes, that's what I want to do. Do any of you have voices in your heads? I encourage you to listen to them. And when you hear that word, I have to, or I want, or I need to, just try putting in, substitute the word want, and challenge to investigate whether that's true. Because you see, the process of going from problem solving, which is a very outdated, Windows operating system, to an intuitive process that makes your life revolve around the things that matter to you has made all the difference in the world. In fact, it reminds me of something in Dr. A's book. There's a little analogy. Would you like $1 million now or a penny every day multiplied twice every day for a month? I would intuitively, immediately I would take the $1 million, but I actually did the math on this. It turns out that after a week doing that, you still only have 64 cents. Halfway through the month, you only have a couple hundred bucks. But by the end of the month, you have over $6 million. And for me, that's the way the transition from the operating system of an antiquated problem-solving model for my patients and for myself and my life has moved slowly. And now I'm living a life beyond, I don't have time to tell you, all the ways that my life is enriched. It's scary being here on the stage, but I'm growing so much, I'm taking more risks. I'm growing spiritually, emotionally, my relationships have improved, and it's just beyond my wildest dreams. You know, I live in Des Moines, Iowa. It's an insurance capital, second only to Hartford. I bet you didn't know that. When you go downtown, the biggest buildings in town are the insurance companies. I don't know, they're doing okay, Dr. Anderson. And then we have 3 big hospitals, and every year there are new satellite systems. It's a hospital system that's just growing out of control. They seem to be doing all right, Dr. Anderson. But you know what? The people are paying through the nose for drugs and procedures and surgeries that are keeping them down, that are keeping them disempowered. And I've moved to a stop, challenge, choose. I challenge everything I do now, and I make it about well-being for myself and now thousands of people, because I've done that of getting healthy. I challenge you. Listen to the voices in your head, but also start making those little choices where you reach out and grab these people out of this dysfunctional, downward spiraling, just horrible system where people have no longer, we can give them hope and health and help, and they need us so badly. You, along with us, are the new optimal health practitioner.